everybody, it's Michelle with Michelle's Frugal Living, and thanks for watching my videos. Welcome to my new subscribers. And as part of my series of videos on couponing at Rite Aid, I am going to do a video today about your wellness card and getting to silver or gold status, and what does that mean for you, okay? And how do you get there? Because that's the question that I most frequently get. And how do you tell? So what I want to say first is that when you first get your wellness card, you'll have 0 points on your card. Now, a point is equal to $1 spent in the store, and as far as I can tell, it is not subtracting out your coupons or money that you spend with your up rewards, but I don't know that for certain. What I do know is that it can't be subtracting out all of that. If it was only going by the actual dollars that you handed over, I wouldn't have gold status this year. I might have silver status, but I doubt if I'd have gold status, okay? And the normal exclusions for things that count for your wellness points are pretty standard and easy to figure out. Alcohol and tobacco will not count towards your status. Newspapers do not count towards your status. They used to, but they changed that. And when it comes to whether you get your 10% or your 20% discount, they do not apply to the alcohol, tobacco, or the newspapers, okay? So don't count on your discount with those. Now, the other way to get points is through your prescription drugs, and for any prescription that you fill at Rite Aid, be sure they scan your wellness card, and you'll get 25 points for a prescription, regardless of how much you pay for the prescription. It's 25 points. Okay? Now, how do you know how many points you have? There's 2 ways. One is to look on your receipt. So this is my card on the last receipt that I actually got, and you can see right there my point status for this year. As of it says November the 9th, but it 6,582 points. Now, it takes it a couple of days to actually catch up. I find it's not instantaneous, okay? Like if you'll see on your CVS receipts, it keeps pretty good tabs. Rite Aid, it isn't as quick, okay? And when you actually hit 1,000 points, don't expect to get your discount that day on your next transaction. It's not going to happen. So just keep that in mind. The other way that you can look at how many points you have, and it's a little bit more accurate and more up to date, is to log into your account on Rite Aid's website, and it has your point value on there, and it'll tell you what status you're in. Okay? So that's where you can see it. Now, how long do you keep your status once you get it? Is a really excellent question, and this can be a little bit confusing. And like, when do you actually get it? Okay, I made a little diagram here for you guys. Okay, and okay, it's 2012 right now, and let's say you actually got your card in March. Okay, you started with 0 points, and that's represented in green there. And then in August, you hit 500 points. Now we're in blue. It's representing silver status here. And let's say you're not going to make it to 1,000 points, because when you hit 500 points, that's when the silver status comes in. And you need to get to 1,000 in order to get your gold status. Well, let's say you're not going to make it by the end of the year. Okay? Wherever that's at right there. Okay, so when 2013 starts, then you're going to start out with your silver status. See how I still have it in blue? You're going to keep your silver status. Okay? And that would go all year. Okay, if you never bought anything else at Rite Aid, your card would stay at silver status the whole year, and then it would end on December 31st. And you'd be back to 0. Nothing. No discount. Okay? Now, let's say out here in the middle, you ended up, I can't even do this, it's backwards for me here on the screen. Okay, you got the 500 points, but you're still in silver status, okay? But then all the way over here in November, you finally hit 1,000 points, okay? And then I got that represented in red when you're going to hit gold status, okay? So you'll have gold for a month, and then you'll have gold in 2014. You'll have gold status all year long in 2014. Now, when 2015 rolls around, if you want to keep your gold status, you have to get 1,000 points in the calendar year of 2014. Okay, so that's how it rolls out. Basically, you keep whatever status you have from at the end of this year. You'll have starting off next year on January the 1st. Then you'll have to maintain those points. You'll have to get back to the point value. And if you do enough shopping at Rite Aid, it's not that difficult, okay? Okay, let's talk about how to tell if your gold discount 20% off or your silver discount 10% off is going to affect a sale, okay? How do you know if you're going to get the discount or not? Now, the first thing you need to look at is the shelf price of an item. That's the amount that's on the tag, what the regular price is if it wasn't involved in a sale, okay? And then when you look in the ad, now let's look at this right here. Let's look at these candies. They are, it says in here, whoops, I haven't got it up high enough, $4.99 right here, get $1 back. Now at Rite Aid, let's say that was the actual shelf price. Okay, these are let's say, I don't think that they are, but let's say they're regularly $4.99. Then even though it has it listed in the ad and you're getting up rewards back on it, you will still get your discount if that's the regular shelf price. And sometimes it gets real confusing because when they have a deal like this that includes multiple items, sometimes one of them will cost less than the other one, and then one of them might, you know, that might be the shelf price on it. So look at that, compare it to the shelf price, and if that's the same as the shelf price, then you're going to get your discount on that, okay? And then also something to figure in. Let's say that the regular shelf price is $5.29. Well, 20% off of $5.29 is going to be better than this $4.99 price. So therefore, you're going to get your 20% off, and 10% would be better than that as well, okay? Now, more times than not, the 10% discount, usually the sale price is at least 10% off, okay? But I have found cases where the 10% discount was better than the sale price that they listed in the ad. So you got to be careful with that. Now, when you hit 20% off gold status, you're going to find deals, there's probably one a week or something that gold status is going to affect it, okay? And now, a sale where the gold status is, or silver status is not going to be affected at all. Let's say on like this deal right here on these Olay and CoverGirl products that are buy one get one 50% off. You're not going to get gold or silver discount on these at all, okay? That is just the way that it is, because the price breakdown, this is actually a better sale than it's like 25% off of each item actually, okay? And then another case where you're not going to get your gold or silver status at all is on a buy one get one free sale like this here. You know, what essentially you're doing is you're picking up two items and you're getting each of them for 50% off, okay? So therefore gold or silver is not better than that price. So those are two times when the gold or silver is never going to be in a factor to consider in this, okay? So keep that in mind. And then, okay, let's talk about how to calculate. If some of you are not strong at math, okay, you might not know how to figure out how much of a discount it's going to be, okay? So a silver discount is 10% off. So what you're doing, they're subtracting 10% off of the regular shelf price, which means you're actually paying 90% of the price of the item. And with a gold discount, that's 20% off, which means you're paying 80% of the price listed on the shelf. Okay, so the simplest way to do it, and this is what I do right here, okay, if you have a silver discount card, okay, you'll take the price on the shelf, whatever it is, multiply by 0.9. Okay, you don't have to worry about the zero, but I put it on there. That's the same thing as 90%, 0.9. And then that will give you the price that you will pay for the silver discount. And the same thing goes for a gold discount, except you want to multiply by 0.8, which is 80% of the price. Because you only want 80, you're only going to be paying 80% of whatever the shelf price is, okay? And that'll give you your gold price. And that's how you can figure it out, okay? I hope you understand that. That is the most simple way to get to how much you're actually going to be paying for it. There are, of course, many ways when it comes to math to figure that out, but that's the most direct way, because you're only dealing with how much am I actually going to be paying, because that's what you're concerned about. It doesn't matter how much they're subtracting off. What matters is how much you're going to pay at the cash register. How many upper rewards do I need? I hope that makes sense. Okay, now if you're sitting here at the end of the year and you're really close to 1,000 points, you know, you might be asking, is it really worth it? Should I go ahead and spend the money? We got about 6 weeks left in the year, and is it going to be worth it to get to gold status? And that's just a personal thing. It has really paid off for me. I've had gold status since the beginning of the year. I got gold status on my card last year on December the 31st of 2011. And, you know, it was a big deliberation with me. When the week before Christmas, I was like 100 points away. And I'm like, there's no way that I'm going to spend $100 at Rite Aid this week and get to gold. And I deliberated it. I talked it over with my man. I was only using one card then. I wasn't having multiple cards to deal with. And, you know, I was like really, really torn. Okay, well, I did my regular shopping after Christmas, and you know, here it is, December the 30th, and I'm looking, and I'm like $20 away or something. That's what my receipt was telling me. It doesn't catch up, and I couldn't tell exactly how many dollars I needed to spend, but my receipt was telling me I was like $20 away. And so I was like, what in the world am I going to buy? I've done all the sales and this and that. So I was like, I went into the store, and well, I'd asked my man if there was anything that he could use. And anyways, I bought a shower head, believe it or not, at Rite Aid. It was one of those with the little, it was actually the little spigot thing, so you could, on the big long hose that, you know, you could take off. And that's what I bought, and got to gold status on December the 31st last year. And when I got my next receipt, and it actually told me that I spent $11 extra, so I have 1,011 points at the end of last year. And I don't regret having bought the shower head and just paying $25 for it like that. I didn't use any upper rewards on it or anything. So it just becomes a personal thing. It will pay off, okay? Now, that's just something that you're going to have to decide for yourself, or if you're really close to silver. And as I showed, you know, you will carry over your silver status into next year, so you'd start the year off on January 1st with your silver status, if that's what you have. Okay? Alright, thanks for watching, everybody, and be sure and check in the notes field below this video for links to other videos I've done about Rite Aid, or other topics that you might be interested in knowing a little bit more about. And as always, if you have a suggestion for a video to discuss something about Rite Aid or couponing in general, you know, send me a private message, leave a comment below, and I'll see what I can do. Talk to you guys later.